is just fantastic.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Usually Lily Tino, Lily Con Artist Tino as I like to call them, features on Omegon 2. But a more recent, I'd say drama, has unfolded, leading to a Change.org petition and Lily, well, rightfully getting a fair amount of backlash. Rating bathrooms is probably not the smartest way of going about it, but it features, so there's that, right? So we'll start with some images, courtesy of a tweet, and work our way through videos. Matty Watkins had tweeted, "Can someone please arrest this man already? Ranking every woman's bathroom at Disney World. Magic Kingdom, 8 out of 10. This was the first time using a women's room at Disney, so I was nervous, but thankfully nobody looked at me weird. Tiffins, 2. Got misgendered right before this pic, so the vibe was off. And World Showcase entry, 10 out of 10, got complimented on my fit, and there was no line for a stall. Fit? What does that mean? Your shoulders have lines on. I don't know what to think. Just a quick thing. I'm not a fan of bathroom selfies, because I don't need to know, based on the glisten to the skin, that you took an excruciating number 2. I really don't need to know that it was in of itself a workout based on the lines on your shoulder, where you apparently got pumped pushing. Congratulations. I'm also going to add that going to a bathroom and doing this kind of stunt for content solely exists for rage bait. It's not like you're promoting anything beyond yourself, and because I know you have an OF, I wouldn't be surprised if there were in fact pictures or videos of you doing a number 2 for the fetish community. Matty Watkins also tweeted, "I'm seeing scuttlebutt that one of the women Lily Tino took a picture of in the Disney bathrooms is looking to press charges. If anyone is able to verify this before I find it, let me know." Now, there is a video, 1 minute and 29 seconds long. We're now going to go through that as confirmation of this potential lawsuit.
Oliver, and then I was scrolling, and I just want you guys to, I didn't mean to like it. Don't like it, okay. Anyway, I'm scrolling, and guys, look what I noticed. Boom. There I am. I personally am going to try to seek legal advice about it, because I don't know what else was taken without my permission.
If this video gets copyright claimed because of that background music, I'm really sorry. As far as taking pictures of yourself in a bathroom go, I think this is one of those dangerous areas Lily is treading. I don't like people taking selfies in bathrooms in the first place, especially if you are one of those people who rage bait for clicks, because Lily will use this and cite transphobia as a reason for why this is even happening. As far as I'm concerned, you shouldn't be taking those photos in the bathroom in the first place. You might think it empowering, but I think of it, because we now know you did it to rate bathrooms, as a crass stunt, which makes you a disgusting, abhorrent individual, Lily Con Artist Tino. This person is rightfully annoyed that they feature in your images. I think in a public setting, you have to be very careful. In settings like bathrooms, especially careful, which is why I don't support bathroom selfies. I think they're dumb, okay? They're dumb already, they're especially dumb if you put other people in them.
Like other photos that may not have been posted, because I don't know what else was taken in there while it was supposed to be a private area, when it was supposed to be somewhere that I should be able to just, you know, do what I need to do and feel safe doing so, you know, not have all my business put out there.
I fully agree with what she has said. I don't care if you do the whole gender-neutral bathroom thing. I really don't care. I don't like the idea of it, but there are growing arguments when it comes to those who are trans going into bathrooms for those they are not biologically. Yeah? Does that make sense? I should have finished the thought, but then realised I didn't know how to complete the sentence, because I started wrong. There is also an additional problem when people feel unsafe about those who will try and use their identity as validation for their, well, behaviour. That's not okay, Lily. So this has led to backlash in the direction of Lily Tino. Clown PhD, Dr. Clown PhD, breaking a petition to remove Lily Tino from TikTok has surged in the past 24 hours. That person, I'm not going to use the dead name because I don't want to get into trouble with YouTube, is known for infamous cringe videos where they purposefully try to get misgendered just to rant about it for clicks. The image includes, there's 2 images, one of Lily pre-transition and post, don't care. The other is an image of the petition at 92,000 signatures. Underneath they include a link to it. The petition now resides closer to 300,000 signatures, all verified. There's a description to this, and I thought we'd read it. The issue. As a concerned parent, ensuring the safety and well-being of my children is my utmost priority. In today's digital age, platforms like TikTok play a significant role in influencing the younger generation. It is distressing to witness individuals exploiting these platforms in ways that could potentially harm or endanger the well-being of users, especially children. Lily Tino, an individual who identifies as female but presents as female, I think the identifies as male but presents as female might be slightly inaccurate with identifies as, right, has been seen entering spaces meant for women. Concerns have been raised about her behaviour, especially considering she has been accused of acting inappropriately in front of minors and being a possible threat. Her presence on TikTok has sparked alarm among many users who believe her actions are not only misleading but also dangerous. Social media networks have the power to shape perceptions, behaviours, and can significantly influence the younger demographic. It is essential to ensure that these platforms remain safe and secure environments for all users, particularly impressionable young people. By allowing Lily Tino to continue utilising TikTok, we risk normalising potentially harmful behaviours and putting our children at risk. We call upon TikTok to carefully evaluate Lily Tino's presence on their platform, considering the broad consensus that her actions may not align with community guidelines aimed at protecting users, especially minors. Removing her account would be a prudent step in safeguarding the community and conveying a zero-tolerance policy towards behaviours that could endanger others. 297,000 signatures is impressive, and it's still going up, by the way. This is gaining steam, and Lily is not looking great right now because of it. Now, I don't know what TikTok would actually do if given a chance or a choice in the matter, which they do have a choice. Does what Lily do constitute enough of a violation? I wouldn't know. I don't really use the platform, but I do know that Lily has managed to make this grift work for quite some time, scoring free meals on a regular because of the outrage of being misgendered. Now, on top of this, people are now starting to delve deeper into what Lily has posted in the past, and those clips are now resurfacing and being used to drive home points. Very obvious ones. I mentioned Matty Watkins earlier with 2 tweets. Well, we're not done with Matty. Reading directly from their tweet, so no, I'm not siding with this, Mr. Tino goes on to say, all of my relationships are consensual with people of a similar age to me at the time, implying that 3-year-olds are able to consent. This is not the first time we have seen him give 3-year-olds more power than they actually have. He once claimed that he had to leave the bathroom because a 3-year-old girl was a threat to a trans person, that he would be accused of something seen with her. He was the victim, the 3-year-old was the danger. Now, I have covered this before, but I'm going to play a clip.
I was just in the women's room at a cheesecake factory, and when I walked in, there was this little girl, like 3 years old, tops. She was standing there alone, I assumed waiting for her parent who was in the stall. And all the stalls were full. So like I couldn't go in, I just had to wait. And it was me and this little girl and no one else. And she kind of looked at me like, and you know, I just like nodded my head and didn't look at her. I was like, you know, it's kind of awkward. And it occurred to me that when the parent, who I don't know, leaves the stall, exits their stall, and sees me, a trans person, and their little 3-year-old daughter, that they might make an assumption.
They also say that information from some place shows Nick's birth name as someone who passed in 2022. This date matches court documentation for when filed for name gender change, if that makes sense. Continuing, if his previous self is passed away and his new birthday is July 2022, that would mean he is coming up on what would be his 3rd birthday. I guess this explains why he dresses as a toddler when he goes to theme parks.
Hey, Lily Tino fans. Explain this one for me.
Be honest, Shelbert. Or do you enjoy yours being consumed? Shelby's typing. Big moment for Shelby. Oh no. Shelbert's mom is listening. Now, I am talking entirely about groceries, fresh produce. Shelby, you like, you know, bananas, mangoes, grape. My mom said she was born at night, but not last night. Interesting.
What's your excuse for that one? So many people have been trying to get this man off our screens and out of the presence of children. And yet you guys continually stand up and say, no, she's fine, he's not catering to the child population. Nothing's inappropriate about him going to Disney World and showcasing how they're gonna flip his ding-dong inside out.
Yeah, that actually happened, by the way, using a rather large sausage for the demonstration. In the past, they've done something similar with a pair of circular objects, spherical objects, and I can't remember what they were. Might have been ice creams of some kind. I don't know. Either way, it was yeah, it's in poor taste, considering you've gone to a place that is solely marketed to children, and now I guess if you adult kids, them I guess as well. But Lily's a strange one because Lily wants to stand out. Now Lily has on a live stream while eating responded to some of the backlash by saying the following.
And if truly that happened, right? If truly they wanted to say it was against the rules for you to take bathroom selfies, that will ultimately be a good thing. You sent not like that. I'm happy to be in trouble that way, but this is what it is being an advocate. Okay, this is like my goal in taking those pictures was to normalize trans women using the women's room, right? That kind of thing doesn't happen without friction.
I'll be honest, you are not normalizing anything beyond you attempting to normalize causing problems. You and many other live streamers, IRL ones especially, are a problem, a bane, a blight, a curse in the online space. Your actions will undoubtedly lead to more restrictions placed on people like you and others who are not involved. And I'll add to it, you think that you're some kind of trailblazer because the friction is what you're fighting against. People shouldn't have to submit to you and what you believe to be right. In this, apparently 300,000 people believe you to be wrong. It's the nearest to relevancy you've ever been, really. I still can't get over the fact you have a deeper voice than me, by the way. I wonder why that is.
Okay, thank you, Jordan, for subbing. It doesn't happen without friction, okay? If Florida, as a state, wants to make a stink about it, they certainly are welcome to. But ultimately, they'll have to know that if they do that, that will do nothing but draw more attention to the issue.
Yes, and based on Florida's voting pattern of late, it won't be positive for you. The state is well within its right to govern this if they want, if they have the powers to. You were at Disney, and I know Disney and the state of Florida have had much in the way of friction over the past few years anyway. In 2023, Florida passed a public restroom ban. It made it criminal to refuse to leave a bathroom or changing facility that does not align with the individual's sex assigned at birth. But that's a public restroom. The same cannot be said for private establishments. As a whole, Florida is kind of against you, Lily. Not because you're trans, but because of what you want to promote as your message.
Right, which ultimately they might want to do, but these aren't the kind of things that people like truly go to prison for. These are the kinds of things that you see news articles about, right? Like trans woman, in trouble with Florida after blah, blah, blah. And like, it would be a public debacle. And that's good, because we want that conversation out there.
And again, I'll state, Florida will go against you. 100% it will. It's not a conversation on a national level, it's a state-level conversation. I know people seem to think America is a country, you're a republic. Each individual state is essentially its own country, governed by federal rules, yes, but state rules as well. There's a governor in that state who is very anti much of what you espouse. You think this leads to a national discussion? Sure. But the popular vote at the last election would say, your voice is nowhere near as loud as you think it is, nor as influential, which is why you are seen by many to be a pest, a rather irksome pest, that will lead to more harming of the very movement you claim to champion. Now, the last video I want to show is another one of these fabled story times with Lily. I can believe that much of this did in fact happen based on the number of times I've seen Lily to be misgendered, according to Lily, in live stream format that has been reduced to clips shared all over social media. I will state though, when it comes to driving home this point, it does not resonate anywhere near as well as Lily thinks, because Lily has become a lolcow and not an arbiter for positivity.
I have been misgendered 3 times in the past 24 hours at restaurants. Last night I was at Benihana with my girlfriend and the server said, "What about you, sir? What would you like to eat?" My girlfriend, God bless her heart, steps in, says, "Actually, that's ma'am." And she looks at my girlfriend and didn't really understand what had happened and said, "No, I'm talking to him," pointing at me. Our jaws were on the floor and we decided to leave because it was just a bad vibe after that. And just a few minutes ago, I was at another restaurant for lunch and they showed me my seat and said, "Here you go, sir." And I said, "I am not a sir." And then I left because I wasn't comfortable anymore.
Mountain, molehill, one of those is man-made. Anyway, as with everything we discuss, I would love to know all of you think. Please do let me know in the comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, by the way, smash the like. If I don't see you on Twitch later for some Star Trucker, I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you all very much for listening.